This school is very open and transparent in all ways. Particularly communication-wise, it's very good. We can call up the coordinator or the vice principal at any time of the day in the working hours of the school. We can talk, we can discuss things. We can approach the principal for, our concerns. The teachers are more than willing to share information and help out.
Welcome to Slate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Today, we have Miss Moksha, whose kid is studying in the Apeejay School International. It is Delhi's first IB Continuum World School and is located in South Delhi. Let's speak to her and understand what she honestly thinks about the school. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Ma'am, to begin with, what made you to take a call on this particular school? What was so impressive that you took a decision about this school and prioritize this over the others?
So I come from an education background myself. I am an educationist and early childhood development specialist, and my daughter was studying in one of the CBSE schools. She did her nursery and KG there. Looking at the whole structure and how CBSE schools in Delhi work, I decided to shift her to grade 1 in an international school. I didn't want her to go to a mainstream CBSE school because, one, I've never been a fan of their teacher-child ratio. Second, I feel their whole teaching methodology revolves around tests and exams, which I am not very comfortable with. I wanted my child to develop a, love for learning, which I felt can only be done in a school that has more open style of teaching than a traditional way. And then IB school comes in, and then this is the nearest IB school that we had in Delhi since we are from South Delhi. We didn't want our children to, travel to Noida or Gurgaon for that because proximity is a matter of priority for us. So we feel that this school being a continuum IB, from nursery till class 12 was a perfect fit.
Got it. And how was the initial interaction with this school, ma'am? Was it easy or difficult to get this in the school?
Oh, this school is very open and transparent in all ways. Particularly communication-wise, it's very good. We can call up the coordinator or the vice principal at any time of the day in the working hours of the school. We can talk, we can discuss things. We can approach the principal for, our concerns. The teachers are more than willing to share information and help out. It is always a delight to, speak to the teachers because they always have something very important to share, some nice inputs about children. I mean, it's really open. You can walk in the school to discuss about anything, to see your child, to pick up your child. It is not like parents have to stand outside the gate, and once the child is in, the gates are closed. It's not like that. They're not trying to hide anything, which I feel very comfortable with because both my kids are in here. So I know that if I have an issue with any of the policy or any system or anything with the school, I can just call them up and tell them what my issue is, and they will try their best to resolve that.
Got it. And also include food, and how's the food like?
Oh, they love the food here. The kids are enjoying eating in the school. They get breakfast and lunch both. They are pretty comfortable with the food. The food is made as per the children's choice. There have been incidents when, kids didn't like whatever was made, and the lunch quickly, went back to the kitchen, asked her staff to create something and, make something else that children like. And they just, served that in 10 minutes, and then kids had their food. It just shows that they're flexible. They know exactly what kids like and what kids don't like. So that's a good thing. I mean, the lunch lady even knows the names of children who are a little fussy eaters. So she knows that, the menu is catering everybody, even the ones who are fussy eaters. So that's about it. It's quite fussy. So the lunch lady knows her name and likes what she doesn't like and what will she eat and what will she not.
Got it. And speaking about classroom atmosphere and the quality of teaching, what are your thoughts on that?
The quality of teaching is extremely good. My grade 5 daughter has been learning a lot, and her mind is open towards, knowledge and towards research, which I always wanted. I didn't want her to be just cramming things from books. So that's what I mean. If there is a topic, she's open to do research about it. She's open to talk about it, discuss about it, and they're learning concepts at global level. So if they're learning anything in terms of weather, politics, whatever, so they're learning everything on global level, and that's important for us because as people, as living in Delhi, we travel a lot. We want our children to have an open mind. We want our children to understand that there are different countries with different things and traditions and cultures and different people. So it's easier for them to then adjust and understand how it works, how the world works. And yeah, that's that. And my kid in nursery is learning in the best way possible. His schedule is full of play and interaction and activities, phonics, reading. So he has a very nice schedule going on.
Speaking about the international curriculum, the general perception that kids will have a lot of syllabus to cover and they'll have to spend extra hours even after coming back home, and not every kid will be able to cope up with that kind of pressure. Is that the case with this school also, or have you seen anything different in terms of kids being able to cope up with the syllabus?
See, academics are never going to be simple and easy for everybody, right? Academic years, especially the higher ones, means grueling. So it's all right if it's tough. It's what matters most is that they're learning what they love to. So they get to choose their subject. The variety is more. And then they are not just, learning to cram up something and then produce it in the exams. They're learning to understand and then express their understanding. So when that happens, it becomes a different ball game. When you understand something, you can tell better, you can write better, you can analyze better. But if you don't understand it and if you're supposed to just cram it up, then obviously exams become very tough. So IB is not about cramming up because there is no set textbook or no set question paper that you have to solve and you have to, score these many marks or something like that. Anything can be asked from anywhere, grade 9 onwards, in the higher classes, in the DP. So, and everything matters. All your assignments matter, all your projects matter. Everything matters. It's not like only that particular paper. Anything done in that subject matters and is scored.
Absolutely. So, like you mentioned, the evaluation process, like in CBSE or other syllabus, is not black and white.
Yeah.
How happy are you with this evaluation process in the school? And any specific thoughts on?
I'm extremely happy with it. The reason being that I completely believe that children should be assessed continuously. There cannot be one test that can say that this is how your child has performed. So this is how your child is in English. If you're testing English language, you have to be assessed every day on, by your English teacher. And your English teacher should know where you're lacking, what are your skills, what are your weaknesses. Exams could be a thing where you do a complete assessment, which is on paper for somebody to review. But there has to be a formative assessment done on daily basis by the teacher so that the teacher can help the student to cover the gap. So I guess I'm pretty happy with this valuation system. I feel when your teacher knows you in and out, that's when you can be a good student. If your teacher doesn't know you and she only knows your examination paper, then she can't contribute to your learning. And then you can't be a great student.
Very interesting. And before we wind up, ma'am, on scale of 10, with 10 being the highest, how likely are you to recommend Apeejay International School to your kith and kin?
So I recommend everybody. I recommend this school to everyone. I tell them that, if you are not somebody who is too traditional, who doesn't want their children to study in a very traditional manner, if you're somebody who believes that the child needs to have an open mind and your child can carve his own path and his own career in life, can create jobs for people in future, then IB is your way to go. If you feel that no, I need to follow a very traditional path, my child will be going to an IIT or will become a doctor, full power to you, but IB will not help.
And one last question, ma'am. If there is any area that the school can get better or maybe focus a little more on, what are those areas?
Areas. I can't actually think of it. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the school, and I understand how management works. I am from a school education background myself. I've managed schools myself, so it's a very very difficult position for the management to be in, where they have to keep everybody happy, the teachers, the students, all the stakeholders. In that way, the school is doing pretty good.
It's so nice to hear that from you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. I'm sure our conversation will definitely be of some help for those parents who are looking for good schools in and around South Delhi. Thank you very much for your time once again.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Pleasure.